Hello and welcome to Dear Dr. Sunday Adelaja or Dear DSA with Bamisaye Victor. It's been a long time. I think it's been
Because
over 2 months.
you are off in Africa.
Yeah, I was in Africa and I didn't plan to come back early. So the programming people, they took me off the program for the 2 months that I was actually meant to be in Nigeria. So, but it's really a pleasure to be back. And it's really nice to see you again. I mean, most especially on this chair.
Yeah.
So,
After you came back, did you notice that I'm now 52? That I'm giving you more gap.
I just noticed that one today.
I'm giving you more gap like this.
I didn't see
I'm
that
leaving you
before
behind very far.
until today. So
I'm leaving you behind very far like that.
for those whose eyes will catch it, if you see something white, it's not dust, though, it's white, it's grey hair.
It's not some dirt.
It's not some dirt, it's grey hair. It's finally coming out.
Yeah, I'm finally getting grown up.
The grey is
For some
finally
reason,
coming
they are
out.
just coming one by one. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be.
Well, let's see. We'll be observing the trend.
I want them to come all in a bunch like this. Like a snow.
We'll be observing that and we hope they delay a little bit more. We'd like to see you in your younger self a little bit more.
Wow.
So welcome guys. It's really a pleasure to have you around, as always. My name is Bamisaye Victor. I am your host, and as you're coming in, I would like to read your hellos. I would like to see your hi. It's been a long time, 2 months. Wow, I missed you guys. I really missed you. But I'm very happy to be back. I want to be able to read. I want to read from them now.
Okay.
I want to read from my friends, from my family. I can see Gloria Mwazota. I can see Charles Adeniji, Ufoma Nigoro, Tuli Mazibuko, Sas Idaosa, Toyin Olabayo, Fagbolu Fola, Mary Odia, Nelson Soboyejo. Welcome. You're welcome. You're really welcome. It's been a pleasure. All this time we've been together, and I was in Nigeria. It was a fancy time in Nigeria. I mean, I don't let me start gisting that.
Maybe I actually need to do a program with you too, because I started a program with Haruna on his visit to Nigeria, because I want to collect all the impressions.
Yes, sir.
Because I like to profile solutions.
Yes, sir.
So I need to collect all impressions from all angles. So I'm collecting from Aruna, then from Charles, then Raphael is gone to Nigeria now.
Wow.
So I want to get him to also share with me his impressions. I need the problems, especially problems.
Yes, sir.
They will help me to come out with some solutions. So maybe we can do the same thing with you.
It will really be a pleasure.
So Babusha, please note him down.
So it was
Reflection on Nigeria.
Yeah, it was really a good time in Nigeria to be able to see things firsthand. The last time I was there was 2 years before now. So to see
2 years break.
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
a little difference.
Only getting worse.
Both in terms of apathy and in terms of hope. Yeah, you can really see the two.
But
depending on where you're
one thing that both Charles and Haruna said, which is confirming, which is one thing they agreed on, is the fact that they too, since the last time they were in Nigeria, a lot has happened to them personally, because they have now joined the platform over the last 1 year, and that they themselves are totally different.
Yes.
That they are not approaching Nigeria the way
they used to.
And they are no more seeing Nigeria with the same eye, the way they used to see, that they themselves have changed. So thanks to that, their whole assessment of Nigeria is entirely different from the perspective they used to have.
Yes. Because, life in itself is always about perception and then cognition. Our perception always affects our cognition, then which affects our emotions, then which builds the personality that we are. Our personality informs the next perception.
Yes.
So that's why to change your personality, you have to change your perception. To change your perception, you have to change your... So it's just that circle that keeps going. So for every time we get to encounter the information that we do now, especially through your books and your teachings and the application of those things to the real life, and we can see them, we get changed as a people. So somewhat, in some ways, where you used to fit in before, you finally find out that you've overgrown those places. The way Mana used to approach some problems before, you just see that no, this is not working. Something is different. Even the people around you they see the difference in how you are saying things. People will be telling you this is Nigeria. You'll be like, okay, this is not Nigeria. I'll give you an example. I went home this time around, and all through my stay in Nigeria, I never dropped a tissue paper on the floor. Something as little as tissue, I never dropped it on the floor. Something as little as nylon from sachet, from
Water.
cookies or anything, I never dropped anything on the floor. So for me,
And it's not because there are garbages everywhere. There are boxes.
No.
It's
was
not
just
that there are
something
garbage
that had
boxes.
become a part of me, a principle.
Value
now that
system.
At least this one thing in terms of law and order, I can contribute it. And it was not even work. It was not work. It was just as easy as if I can eat from this nylon, then it can enter my bag till I get home. Of course, there will be the talk about the need for government to do their own part of it, but I'm imagining from what I know and how my perception has changed and how my
You don't need to wait for.
So I'm not waiting for that before
Because
I
I'm
play my
a
own
change
part.
man.
Yes. So, but the next person doesn't really understand. I was in a car. The guy bought corn. In fact, all of them in the car bought corn apart from me. So immediately they finish it, and they just throw the they call it shuku, shuku agbado. I forgot
The stem.
The stem, yeah. They just threw it. So that's just how everyone litters everywhere.
But why would they blame the government then?
When there's rain, there's now flood, and that thing carries everywhere and blocks all the drainage. Now it becomes not just a problem for the government, because the government officials themselves are
It's become
insulated.
a problem for the whole
For
society.
the society, and these people who started the cycle of that are now the ones who are majorly suffering from it.
So my book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question. So the problem with Nigeria is not leadership.
Of course,
It's with the people
it's
themselves.
with the people.
But is it not the same people who are blaming the government? That it's not also. It's the government though.
Because it also comes from perception. The average perception of the average Nigerian now is that of shifting responsibility. So that's where, and when they are shifting responsibility and nobody is taking responsibility, like I am shifting responsibility to you, you are shifting it to me, we are now shifting it to the government, and none of them is doing anything.
But even in the government, they
So
are
there's
shifting it.
apathy.
I heard that the person who is the third citizen of Nigeria, the third most powerful person in the country, the Speaker of the House, that
fourth,
he is, or is it the fourth?
Fourth, yeah.
Okay, he is now saying, no, the whole thing is bad in the country, and the person to blame is not me. Me, I know he is the head of the whole parliament.
Yes.
And he said, no, he's the one that is, only 2 people or 3 people ahead of him.
Yes.
He said, they are the one.
Exactly.
So let me go and become that one. Or
Exactly.
if I don't become that one, then no, I'm not doing anything. He let him do it.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he's one of the 400 senators. So
No.
he is the head of all National Assembly.
Yes. So that idea of
And he's still shifting
responsibility-
blame.
Yes. So that whole idea of shifting responsibility is the average perception and mindset there in Nigeria. And so because things are not getting done, so it's leading to
But if
more
everybody is
apathy.
shifting, so who is going to do it?
Nobody is doing it. So nothing is working. So it's causing more apathy. More apathy and more apathy and more apathy.
Frustration.
More frustration because it's not getting done. Things are not getting done. This house like this in Nigeria, sir, your house like this, the way it's being maintained, of course, you get to employ people, but that idea, because they still employ people in Nigeria, that's where I'm coming to, that the idea of taking responsibility will make this house, I don't know how long it stayed, but if this house was in Nigeria, it would have been dilapidated.
Yeah.
All of this place would have been black. You would have seen Sparrow Jira outside. Nobody's taking responsibility for anything, even what they are being paid for.
Even when they are employed.
That's why the civil service in Nigeria is like the social security of that country.
Okay.
The last time I went, I visited some offices. Do you know what they do? They just sit down and they talk from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Nothing is done.
But at the end of the month,
They collect salary. Some people even go to sit down under the tree. So when the government comes in and say, you must work, they say that government
you are the enemy.
is the enemy. So, you see, so because of that, nothing is getting done. Nothing is being done. Nothing is happening. Things are not moving as they ought to.
The masses, the mindset.
Yeah. The perception and the way they see things, and the person that they have become for as a result of the recycling of that same perception. So this is who they are now, and if we must change who they are, we must be able to show them something different. And of course, you know, you always say that there's a 5% and 95% when we're talking about Nigeria. The 5% are those who can
make the
picture,
policy.
and they can picture what things can be like. But the rest of 95%, they are not exposed. They don't know anything beyond what they are seeing now. And that is all they know. That's all they've been exposed to. And so, for us to change them, the hope is that now many of us are getting to know these things, and we are going back into the system little by little, little by little. And that's the hope that we see.
Very good, because I need problems. I need problems, as many problems as possible from Nigeria. The more problems I get, the better it is for me, because then I'll be able to, work on developing strategies and developing models.
Yeah. And I believe one other way, apart from even engaging, and I believe you've also been doing that, but just for people who may want to observe and maybe collate that for you, is that when you talk online and you see a Nigerian saying something, please don't block. Just write, just picture whatever it is that they are writing. That in itself is a problem. So let's say you're talking about how to solve Nigeria, and they are saying, what do you know? Just come to Nigeria, just follow that trend, just capture that thought.
That is who they are.
It's a problem, Gogo.
It's a manifestation of who they are.
Of who they are. So to be able to now change them, we must be able to know how
identify.
Yeah. Because you're talking somewhere, you say, this is Nigeria. Don't tell me, this is Nigeria. This, you will tell them how things can be done and say, no, that one cannot work here. This is Nigeria. Because this is who they become over time.
I have a title like that I've written the manuscript.
Yes, sir.
That you are no more in Nigeria, I call it. Or, this is Nigeria. This is not possible. This is Nigeria. You are no more in Nigeria. This is Nigeria. You are no more in Nigeria. That's the title of the book. This is Nigeria. You who is saying something else have been done. You are the one who is no more in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I want to write a full book on that.
It will be a good read. It will be a good read. And even more.
Is that not what they are saying?
Yeah,
you are no more in Nigeria. You are not a Nigerian. This is Nigeria.
This is Nigeria, yes. So they are trying to say that I've been cut off and cut out. I'm not in touch with the system.
They are trying to say that you are not in touch and you are ignorant.
Yeah, and I'm ignorant.
But they don't know that it is there.
You are ignorant. And this is one analogy I learned from you while you were talking. We're having a private conversation once, and you were saying people think that because they can feel the problem, it therefore means that you who cannot feel it cannot know what they are going through and in fact how to solve it. So the idea becomes that because they are the ones in Nigeria.
Maiwa, why didn't you invite our visitor? Let her come and join us.
Because they are the ones who are in Nigeria feeling the hardship. It's impossible for you who is in Ukraine to know exactly what is going on, talk less of preferring solutions. So there's nothing you want to say, you don't know what they are going through. But the idea that you said, and that time I held it like this, is that when a doctor, when you are sick, a doctor does not feel your headache. But he knows,
your cancer.
He doesn't feel your cancer, but he knows what he knows what it is. It might
better than you yourself.
Had cancer all his life. But he knows it because he studied it.
Knows it better than
you who is feeling it. Yes, you are the one suffering the pain, but it's the one who is going to treat you. Even though he doesn't have the headache, he doesn't feel the pain because he's taking his time, 6 years, some go for specialization, and then he can tell you this is what you need to do. And so if you now say because he's not feeling it, you are not going to listen to him. What doesn't kill you will not make you stronger. It will finally kill you.
You ruin your life.
Yeah. So you will listen to the doctor, not because he's feeling what you are feeling, but because he knows what you are feeling. And so that's what you bring. That's what someone like me bring to the table. I may not be feeling the economic recession, and who even told you I'm not feeling it? But let's just say I'm not feeling it. But that does not mean I don't know. Yeah. It's the same principle, sir, that when chess players are playing, people who are outside,
they see
better than those who are playing. So, and I've seen through history too that when God, especially through the Bible, that when God ever wants to change a nation, it takes the people who is going
deliverer.
It takes them out of the nation and let them observe what is going on in the nation.
Nehemiah.
From outside. Then they come
Moses.
Knowing what to do. Throughout the ruins, the Nehemiah was not feeling the insecurity that the wall was giving.
But he's the one who came to build it.
But he was the one who came to build it with the know-how. So, I mean, we have a whole lot of work to do, and I'm glad you are collating and collecting data now, which of course you've taught us is the baseline of everything to be done.
Yeah.
We must know what is happening, what's the perception of the people, what is the level it is.
But don't you think that it's also a problem in Nigeria when people assume that just because they are living there that they know?
Yeah,
they don't do research, They just think because they are there, they are aware of what's happening.
Yeah, it is the arrogance of entitlement. The arrogance of entitlement, which means, in this case, the way I'm trying to conceptualize it is that because this phone or this book belongs to me,
even though I've not read it,
already means that I know everything inside of it more than you do not own it. But the question is, how do you know that I have never read what is in it?
Maybe I've read it before you.
The fact that it is your copy does not mean I do not know what is inside.
Yep.
So the arrogance of entitlement is what makes people do that. So the fact that you are living here, okay, for instance, when they balkanized Africa, those who balkanized Africa, especially based on the resources that are in it, were not even inhabitants of Africa.
And they were ruling it.
And they were ruling it
for 400 years.
Yeah.
Or more.
But they knew what is in Africa. In fact, the US has a document that has projections of what will happen in Nigeria for the next 50 years. But they are not Nigerians.
And Nigerians don't even have
we don't even have paperwork of what's going to happen. So we must never get to that point where we feel so entitled that just because we live here, just because we own this passport, just because we own this space of land, we feel that people do not know more than us.
But I think there is, in the last 1 week, there has been a very positive news. Of course, there might be another bad news that I might be expecting from any time today, which is the bad news of Obasanjo supporting Atiku, if that happens. But I hope it doesn't happen. But the good news that has happened over the last week is the fact that Mrs. Due Process.
Wow.
Stepped out.
Is a Kwesili. Yeah.
Obi.
Yeah.
For me, I want to invite her first to come and debate. But for me, that is the best person so far. That's the best candidate. She trumps Showore, Mogalu, all of them together, put together. She trumps all of them. Because she has been the Minister of Education, she has done it, and what she does, the record is there. She has been the due process woman in terms of public procurement, and that's why they call her Mrs. Due Process. She's the only other person that could be compared to that woman is Dora Akeyulu that died. Yeah. She has been the vice president of World Bank. She has been the leader of Chibok girls campaign, free the whatever.
Bring back our girls.
Yeah, bring back our girls. She has been in government. She has been minister of raw materials, what they call solid
minerals.
Solid minerals. That lady, she knows what she's talking about. And if you doubt it, go listen to her. But it's a pity that she will not win because, she doesn't have the something. But I personally, if I were in Nigeria and I was going to be, if I were one of those people that are running now, the young people, I would say we should all go and line behind her.
But some other people will argue of our rhetorics over time.
Yeah, our rhetorics. I don't like some of our rhetorics too.
So some that would have withered what would have naturally been a base, because in Nigeria right now, like I wrote yesterday, if everything
she's more qualified.
Yeah, but Nigeria doesn't concern the average Nigerian about who is qualified.
If you are qualified,
no, it doesn't. They don't look at qualifications. In fact, it takes time to be explaining what your BSc means to the average Nigerian. It takes time to be explaining your credentials. What
I was expecting, let me tell you what I was expecting. What I was expecting is that Obasanjo was going to say, yes, this is my candidate.
I think they tried that.
Okay.
They tried that through something they were trying to bring up as third force.
Okay.
About 7 months ago. But the problem with the third force is that these PDP political structures are not built in 2 years, in 3 years, no. In fact, so for a political structure you are now trying to build within a year to election, it just couldn't work. So eventually there's no viable alternative political platform to the existing APC and PDP. So that's in the sense of reality, not ideality, corners Obasanjo and everybody trying to do the third force in a way.
What I discover is that Obasanjo just want to bring forth support somebody who will be able to defeat
Buhari, just to take him out.
Otherwise, he would have supported all these other guys, but he knows they will not win.
Yeah.
And he will not waste his time.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's the dilemma he's facing now. But of course, in terms of
you still have hope that he will not support Atiku, eh?
Yeah, I think Obasanjo over time has proven himself to be wise,
a very witty
guy. I call him Old Fox. So it remains to be seen where we pitch his tent. But if the Omoluabi tendency of what we say and standing by them. Of course, what we've repeated.
Akifo-Lewe or something, that is a Yoruba group.
Afenifere.
Yeah, I think they said they are holding him in talk for a whole day yesterday. I'm sure they convinced him to go the way of PDP.
We'll wait to read the news and to see what the man would have to say. Yeah, but if it has to go by his antecedent, the man may just come out with some other drink.
Something totally different.
Yeah, you may say something like he should go clear his case first. Then
with Americans.
With Americans. Then he will have his own reserved support. The Baba can be like that. But that would not rule out the fact that he will work for him underground. Yeah, but if we want to shield his own dignity, yeah. But that's just my own thought. It could be different.
Because if those people come together to support Atiku, then God help Buhari.
Yes, in terms of elite conspiracy. But the other factor that would remain to be seen is
if PDP will not break down?
No, even if PDP remains, the other factors that remains to be seen is the voting bloc.
Okay.
That really supports Buhari as a person, even without his party, even without the influence of his party.
Okay.
So those
they said they have gathered 14 million now for him, but they need 10 more to win.
No, I don't believe those numbers.
Okay.
I think those numbers are just things to project.
Okay.
And they are ego boosters, especially if you look at the southern aspect of what those numbers represent. But that does not mean That because why I'm saying I don't believe those numbers is because they are saying these are our party members. I don't think they have such registration. Of course, the truth be told, when I went home, I saw they were massively registering people. I was at my own ward. I was at my own ward. They were massively registering people, but I still don't believe those numbers. Especially, you cannot have that number and struggle to win a state like Osun, or struggle to win a state like Ekiti in terms of governorship.
What they did, the number they produced for Ekiti and Osun as the same number that they declared as the winning number for the governors. So they are probably assuming that that number that won them the election in Ekiti, at least that is their base over there in those states.
I believe that in terms of election, they will get even more than those numbers. But in terms of primary, I believe those numbers were not real. But you know, a lot goes into politicking. A whole lot goes into politics, especially the ones we have in Nigeria. A whole lot remains to be seen how the Independent National Electoral Commission manages the tendencies we've seen, vote buying.
But why should Oyedepo go and see Atiku together with, go and see Obasanjo together with Atiku? And with a Muslim? Is he not the one who say they should cut off the...
He's trying to break the Fulani hegemony.
No, but I thought even the man himself is a Fulani.
No, he's from Newi.
No, I'm talking about Atiku.
Atiku, yes, he's an Igbo man.
No, he's a northern Fulani now.
They don't like Fulani people.
And he's a Muslim too.
No, he's a Christian. He's a Pastor Atiku.
So is that why Oyedepo is supporting him?
Yeah, it's Pastor Atiku. So it's from Newi.
Then I'm
because he cannot support a Fulani.
Yes, because that's what he said, that the son of foreign woman or something. Not foreign woman. There is something they call the son of strange woman. Not strange woman.
Call them born to rule and all of this.
Born woman.
Born woman.
Yeah, you remember the story of Ishmael and that's what they said. Yeah. That the son of born woman will never rule Nigeria again. Yeah. So you mean Atiku is not the son of born woman again?
He got baptized. His baptism was on Saturday. His name is now Atiku Paul.
Is it not? Maybe is it just because Atiku has been declared as the PDP flag bearer? So anybody that's coming from the name of PDP, pastors have to be there. What's the problem? But the PDP too is declaring headsman. He's also a headsman now.
A lot of
and he's also a Fulani headsman.
A lot of people.
The one they said they should cut the throat.
Neck,
And he's a Muslim too. They say a Muslim will never rule, but he's a Muslim too.
A lot of people have said organizations like CAN, they are the prayer department of PDP. I don't know.
Why should Oyedepo go and show up with them among politicians? And he was wearing the cap of political. You know, you see the picture.
The white cap. Yeah. I think he's being portrayed as someone who controls the religious mass. And so he will be able to control a lot of.
And they took the Matthew Kuka. And then the Gumi.
And the Gumi, Sheikh Gumi. So
you mean Oyedepo will sit on the same table with one Sheikh Gumi? in the name of party, because of party. Party is strong, or politics is strong.
All of them, everybody in Nigeria is a politician. They have one interest or the other.
But he is the one that talks against Islam. They are going to Islamize Nigeria. So why did they come with a Islamic Muslim candidate with Muslim sheikh, and he is the pastor coming to what do you call it? Endorse them?
No, maybe he came for evangelism.
That is a good one. That might be the only answer.
Maybe he came for evangelism.
It might be the only right answer.
Just
evangelism.
Maybe
Okay.
He came for evangelism. Okay. So let's see. It remains to be seen how many people will be converted after the evangelism.
I understand.
So
okay.
that could, because every other thing might not make sense. Because the rhetorics they've pushed is that these Fulani people,
Fulani northerners.
Yeah.
I even have a
Muslims
video where he was saying How can, is it by force that Northerners must rule, more Northerners and Muslims will not rule this country again?
Yeah, they've pushed that rhetorics. So a lot of rhetorics they are even dropping now. Right now, a lot of people used to say Fulani herdsmen are no longer saying Fulani herdsmen.
Okay.
They are saying herdsmen now.
Okay.
A lot of people. And you see, that's where I am even more concerned for a nation such as Nigeria.
Maybe we will tell them to go and share the message. I forgot to say in the beginning. Please go and share this message, because I mean, we are not following our own script, but maybe this is the script we need to follow, because he is just coming from Nigeria, and me, I've been missing home. I'm having nostalgia. So it is under the influence of nostalgic, complexes. That is what I'm suffering from. And that's why we are taking advantage of him being from home. So give me some warmth of the sunshine of Africa. That's why. So please go and share. You go and share the thing. Maybe I'm not the only one who needs the bath, the sun bath of the warm continent. So some other people might be benefiting from it if you share. Go and share it one-on-one with inbox all your friends and family. So you said.
Yeah. So the only thing that can make sense is that he's gone for evangelism. Because a lot of rhetorics they've thrown over the time, immediately it was clear that the opposition party is going to produce nothing less than a northerner who is most likely going to be a Muslim. They started dropping many of those rhetorics. Rhetorics like Fulani Muslim, rhetoric like Fulani, rhetoric like northerner, rhetoric like Muslim, rhetoric like Islamic agenda. They are no longer saying it now.
Yeah.
Because
they know that their own party will field one of those Islamic agenda.
So I was saying that's even
people are evil.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is making me even more scared of my generation. Of my generation.
No, because it's not your generation that is doing it; it's the fathers who are doing it. But I just feel maybe your generation might be under the deception.
Not just on their able accomplices.
Campaigning, supporting.
All of these agendas. Only God knows what it is. The people in my generation, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of what would be. And so that's why the intervention to Nigeria cannot be delayed. It just cannot be delayed. Because you see many of the youths who were pushing these rhetorics are now having to shamelessly swallow their own words without even apologizing for what they've said. So it only shows that one thing is consistent: personal interest above national interest.
No, but we are not talking even about national interest, but we are talking about church interest.
In fact,
for the sake of Christianity.
That's for those who are the Christians in terms of this. But generally, I mean, those who are religious, those who are religious in terms of Christianity are those who also are taking the Nigerian. But some, all of these things, all of these sentiments are different. There's the tribal, there's the religious, there's the regional. Okay, so this man who is
it true that Atiku, I know he's a northerner, but I've not researched it. Is he really Fulani?
Yes, Fulani.
They said he's Fulani. Everybody says
it's from
Fulani.
Adamawa State.
Yeah, but we have Fulani all over Nigeria, especially in the north and middle belt. But he is not from the north. He's from the middle belt.
No, he's considered to be from the north.
Adamawa is not.
Yeah, because Adamawa is a border town. Is a Nigerian border state. Yeah, I think to Cameroon.
Cameroon, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I thought it was the Gongola of
Gongola.
Gongola, yeah.
And it will comprise of the Taraba and maybe Yobe,
Adamawa.
Right. I'm not so sure of the old Gongola.
There is another.
I know Adamawa.
Okay, so it's regarded as north?
Yes, regarded as north. But there's northwest, north central, and north.
I think it's middle belt.
Okay.
You think it's not middle belt?
I think the middle belts are the Nasarawa, Jos,
Nasarawa, okay.
Abuja, Kogi.
Yeah. Gongola used to be part of Nasarawa, and this other one you are saying now. Nasarawa,
Plateau?
no. Nasarawa,
Adamawa?
and Adamawa and Taraba.
And Taraba, okay. I wasn't born then, so
Those days.
I really do not have recollection of.
Because this one I have recollection of is the Gongola one.
Gongola.
When I left the country.
Yeah.
When I left, there was no Adamawa,
Taraba.
and the other one.
And Nasarawa.
Nasarawa and which one again?
Taraba and Adamawa.
Adamawa.
Yeah.
Now wow.
Everything is wawa. So, but
you don't kill me, finish for here.
but they are dropping all of these sentiments. You know, during the height of this crisis, you made an argument once, and a lot of people were just emotional and didn't get what you were saying. You said if this tribe that people are trying to paint, if they're actually evil, there will be no rest in Nigeria because they are everywhere. So you can have pockets of criminalities everywhere, but it must not be colored on the basis of tribe. They were not listening.
But now they are eating
But now they are eating the humble pie, yeah. Because now the tribe you guys were demonizing is going to produce the
your
president.
own candidate.
Either you like it or not. So
either he's going to be APC
or PDP.
It's still the same.
If it's APC,
Fulani.
he will do 4 years and go. If it's PDP, he will do under 8 years. So
And
you are saying, and you are the one saying born to rule, and still be saying Fulani.
And you are the one saying why should it be Fulani?
Yeah. So it is. So someone Macron is saying it's not east.
Not east.
Yeah, Adamawa
Adamawa
Gombe,
is not east.
Yobe,
Okay.
Borno, and Taraba. Yeah.
If it's not east, not northwest.
Yeah.
Northeast is okay. Northwest is where we have Boko Haram, or northeast.
Northeast is
I
where
think
we
it's
have Boko Haram.
northeast is where we have Boko Haram.
Yes,
more.
yeah, northeast.
And that is what they call the base. Northeast and northwest, the base of Bukhari.
Yeah, northwest.
So it's going to break it.
Who?
Atiku.
If I should go by the politics that I've studied,
Although I heard that Nasarawa people said they are going, majority vote are going, support is going for Buhari
even in Adamawa, it will be
Adamawa.
It will be doubtful that he will even win Adamawa.
I think they said even it was Adamawa itself. It's even they are going to support Buhari more.
Yes. From what, although things can change, of course. I don't know tomorrow, but if to go by statistics and history, because this is not the first time he's contesting as a major player, and supports have not really been going.
But
for
the man has money. Because at the election, at the what they call primaries or what they call it.
Yeah, it was alleged.
Yeah, to be given, is it $1,000?
$9,000.
No.
Per delegate.
9,000. No. I thought it was 900 though. I thought actually it's 1,900.
No, it was 9,000.
No, it cannot be 9,000. It's too much.
It was alleged.
No, 9,000 is too much.
Personally, I know someone who was there. Who was in,
I sent you a video.
Yeah, you sent me.
By their chieftain, who was not denying it. He said, they need the money now, so why are you complaining? In a country where everybody is hungry, let them give the money. It's not the money. That's not what matters. He's not denying that they didn't give money. Yeah. He was saying, with the money, why are you making a big deal out of it? Everybody needs money now. So it's not a good thing that they are distributing money. I mean, was defending the thing.
It's because that's the political normal, like that's a normal thing in the political system that they are operating. 4 years ago, there was something similar when he was in APC, or there was alleged to be something similar, where they paid to.
But this time it was do or die for him.
Even then it was do or die, but similarly then, the delegates of the now APC. Government in power took his money but voted the candidate they wanted to vote for. So,
but this time it got half.
It got
half of all the delegates. Yeah. Half. When they have 13 or so delegates.
4,000 plus. 12 aspirants or 13.
13. Yeah. And out of the 13, they got half of the vote. That will not be for ordinary IO.
Because money works.
Miracles.
And talks, You say what money cannot do, more money will do. That's the Nigerian
But
system.
why Oyedepo should go and join him is what I don't understand.
I believe he's a major player, or he's considered as one, as a major player. So the question is it time in Nigeria, sir, that everyone should be able to declare their political orientation and leaning? Do you think Nigeria is ripe for that?
I think they should, but why that choice? Atiku is known as a corrupt politician. He's one of the people that gave birth to corruption. In fact, some people are saying that Obasanjo is corrupt, but even Obasanjo that they are saying is corrupt had to chase him away from the government because of corruption. And America had to ban him. So how can a pastor go and support that kind of person? So that's my own problem. Anybody has a right to their own something, but why go and pick somebody that is notoriously the father of corruption? You better be neutral.
Let's still go with the fact that he went to preach.
I want to convert the guy.
And he went to preach. Or probably was
no, because to preach is
prayer.
not enough. He has to go and convert him. Then that's when we will come with testimony in the church that I went to and I even became born again. Now we can shout and say, yeah.
But the thing with Nigeria as a country, as the politics, is that the guy can actually convert to.
So today,
and after election, we just go back to his Islam. You can never do that out in Nigeria.
He will become born again.
He just become born again.
For 2-3 months.
After election. We've seen one happen now.
You resume back.
This thing I'm talking about, we've seen it now.
You resume back to his religion.
There was a lady who was arrested by a pastor in Rivers State.
Kemi
Olunloyo.
Yes.
And she went to the church and said, I've become born again.
And after she...
immediately they released her like this. She was back to the exact thing she said she's no longer doing.
She became born again. All over again.
We've seen that before. So in Nigeria, there's nothing you can do.
She became born again after she got home.
She became born again. So things really cannot be ruled out in Nigeria. All right, so maybe we should just try to read
our country is a country of wonders. What time is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it till 8:30?
No, I was just thinking maybe some people might want to contribute.
Okay.
We can do the later on because this topic is already, it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit, yeah. It doesn't go into So
we have to finish the political something. So if anybody wants to contribute, anyone that is watching now, if you want to contribute and join us in this conversation, you want to contribute to what we're discussing, please go to Facebook Messenger and look for Move Agents. One word, Move Agents. Move Agents. So one word, Move Agents. Once you get there, write that I want to call. I want to call. Can I call? I'm going to move idiot Abratun store. I want to call. Can I? Then we will call you back. Straka over idiot Abratun store. So Megushi Straka. So we just write to us that I want to call. Then we will call you back. You don't need to call yourself. We will call you back. Just go to Facebook Messenger, Move Agents, and we will call you back. Okay.
Yeah. So I will just read some comments. Some comments here. Save the Last Church said, Adeboye has already pitched his tent with Buhari because of Osibajo. So Oyedepo is the next Christian cabal to lure to their side. It's all politics and it's played politically and religiously.
But the person who is talking maybe is limited in his own understanding, because who said Adeboye is with Buhari?
Yeah, there's no evidence to that.
No, it's not even about evidence. But are you ignorant enough to believe that?
I don't think they will want to support him.
Of course they don't. It's just play. The only reason why he cannot talk openly, because the members will be angry that your son is there, you are against your own son. So, but it's not for Buhari, of course. It's one of the offended ones in this Buhari something. But only he's an old man has some wisdom, so he's going to play safe. But he's not supporting Buhari.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Macron saying the election will be between RCCG and winners. Child.
Yeah, no. They're all in one camp.
All in one camp.
They are all PDP members. Only Baba doesn't have the boldness to declare.
I read a comment that was attributed to Kumuyi. I don't know how true that
Kumuyi went to bless Buhari.
And people should be careful of those who have destroyed the nation and are trying to come back.
Yes. Because I don't think it said that quite like that.
Yeah.
But, by going there, and it's the one they went to present to do the prayer.
Yeah,
something. Yes. So he is pitching his tent with Buhari, it's clear. Because he's always been a guy that is better than others in terms of corruption. So he's the only one they could find. They were looking for who to find. He's the only one they could find.
All right, guys. So we'll be waiting for your calls, and would like you to contribute to the conversation that is on ground. Nigeria is going through very interesting times now, and as much as we are observing the trend, the DSA is also trying to get feelers from maybe those of you around or those of you are also observing. And we've been having a conversation about what I've seen and what has been going on ever since I've been back, and what I've also been seeing. So your opinions and your comments would be highly appreciated. It will give us perspective. You don't really have to agree with what is being said here, but we want to hear your opinion and hear where you're coming from. And I think it will help us shape the narrative and help give us a clearer picture of the old dynamics that is at play. So I'll try to read more comments. Maybe after you have something to say.
No, I want to hear what the people are contributing.
So O.V. James said, I just lost the video. O.V. James said,
you can read another one. You'll get to O.V. eventually.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to another one. Patience Ronke saying, it's not a surprise, DSA. Is Buhari not corrupt? But it's been supported by Adeboye. And Madubuko is saying, DSA, you're right. I believe you've said so many times, so we will not know which one. Macron saying, Oyedepo is a businessman. He taught us that think or thought is a pastor. Oh, it is us that think or thought that is a pastor. Adejumo is saying, I do not trust those Kanzef. They might be involved in the Nigeria crisis in the past.
Yeah, I even heard that one of the people in Buhari's government was accusing the Khan people of being paid to talk against the government.
And from a lot of things they've actually been talking about, they've never spoken about the things that are really affecting the nation beyond parochial interest. They've never spoken out against corruption. They've never spoken out against tribalism. They've never spoken out against elitism. They've never spoken about the real things that are killing the soul of the nation.
Children that are out of school.
Children that are out of school, advocating for even people who are disadvantaged.
The poor.
The poor. They don't do that. They only talk about similarly how something is not coming to a Christian. But Christianity should not be the measure for national building. It should be competence, knowledge, equity, egalitarianism, as you put it. So only God knows. And they were not saying things like this 4 years ago.
They were all quiet.
They were all quiet. Everything was good.
They didn't have the gift of tongues that time.
They could not see.
They couldn't talk. It is now that the gift of tongue
has come on them.
So
speaking diverse tongues.
The gift has come. Because that time, 4 years ago, the president of CAM, if there was in the team, he was going everywhere with
a private jet and everything.
No, with Jonathan.
It was to Israel, everywhere. So, and he was the one who brought this new guy in. Okay. He was his candidate. So this new guy was his candidate. So Madubuko is saying we are in trouble in this country. Personal interest above national interest. Ufoma said, I weep for Nigerian youth. Gbemi is saying it's personal interest and not church interest. I think he's talking about Oyedepo's appearance there. Olumide says he is only protecting his slavery empire.
Yeah.
It says all the winners youth that are shouting Fela Durotoye are suddenly screaming articulate.
Are you serious? You think they will leave Durotoye and support article?
like
If Papa says.
like a wind. However,
Instantly.
I think that's the subject. I've not studied how much influence, apart from, let's say, the people who are called the Shiites, the Muslim Shiites, and some of the Islamists, but I've not really studied the influence of church on electoral fortune in Nigeria.
No, we're talking about those youth that
yeah,
you're talking about.
they are from
His
winners.
own,
So I've not really studied the influence that
But
the
they are
church
going to do
will have
what
on them.
Papa will say.
And they can shout it now, but to vote and convince other people to vote
Because
maybe another different ball game. You know, one of the things
that fella Durotoye, I don't think he has any.
if the election were to be conducted on Facebook,
He
on
could
Twitter,
have a chance.
he could have a chance.
Okay.
But if it will be polling,
But if
units,
it's going to be conducted on Facebook, I think it is Showore that will win. He has a competitor in that one too.
yeah, sure, he has quite a following.
He is stronger.
Yeah, if in terms of political base, because he started it as a movement, so he's been able to penetrate more. But again, if you go into the inner cities, they don't even know his name,
No.
and he's the best among them. In terms
Fela,
of
Fela?
no, Showore.
Showore, yeah.
In terms of reaching
You
out,
mean people don't know?
they don't know his name. They don't know his name.
No.
I'm telling you.
In Nigeria?
Even in Ekiti, they don't know who Showore is.
Are you serious? You are just coming from Nigeria?
They don't know him.
No, I know that nobody will know Fela Durotoye. That is objective.
Yes.
But not Showore. Showore has been making a lot of noise on.
His noise only gets to, let's say, the
People who have
30%
people
who have
data.
internet.
No, not 30%.
Data.
I think it will be less than
Less
30%.
than, right? So those are the only people who get to see his noise. Or the wonderful job is Sahara Reporter has been doing in terms of reporting.
Only the elite can read it.
Only people you consider privileged enough, who are elites, who have data and all of those things, get to see those.
The 5%.
Yeah, the 5%. Otherwise, in Kafancha, nobody knows who Showore is. In Sabugi, Daora, they don't know him.
You
Agbara
said
Oto,
even
they
in
don't know him.
even in Ekiti.
Even in Ekiti, they don't know him.
And I think it's from there or somewhere.
He's from Ondo.
Yeah, so, nearby Ekiti.
Yeah. So they don't know him.
Even in Ondo itself.
So this is where the political base comes in. That's why Nigeria to win is 70% of your political base.
Well, that I got convinced about political base after what happened in Lagos with Ambode.
Yeah.
Because he had the clout. So you don't win the election by the clout.
No? Not even the performance.
Or recognition.
No.
It is the political structure.
And that's why when a governor comes in through a godfather, the first thing they try to do is to fight their godfather in Nigeria. So they can control the political structure. Because he who pays the piper dictates the tune.
But in Lagos, it is
Tinubu
that pays.
Yeah. And it
So
will
he
be very
controlled.
hard to dislodge him. Because for Tinubu, he is smarter than the rest of these guys. When he came on board, he came with a document that they called the Lagos Master Plan. And that document is there. You can see it. You can see what he wants to achieve. His vision for the state in 30 years. So if you want to actually be ideological to fight him, he has a document to say this is what we plan. And, so he's able to use that to sway the intelligent ones.
I think they say we have a caller.
Okay.
Do we have a caller?
Okay, I think we lost the call.
Okay, I think they're still trying to get him.
Yeah. So he is able to hold an intelligent conversation in terms of having a document. Okay.
We have a caller now. Hello? Hello, do we have a caller there? Grom, she started. Le pastor of Klushite. Usebia. Hello? We lost him. Okay.
So in terms of holding an intelligent conversation, he can hold that. And in terms of having the structure and being local enough with his politics, he has that too. So for you to be able to and this is not something is built in 2 years or 3. Something is built over time. So for you to dislodge that kind of guy in Nigeria, in Lagos rather, it's going to be a tough work.
So that's why none of those new guys in Nigeria stand a chance at all.
No, they don't.
Because those fathers are everywhere in every state. Every state has its own father.
So the first question,
even every local government.
Yes, sir. The first question you need to ask a presidential candidate is, number one, let's just say, who is the governorship candidate in this state? Just mention a random state.
Okay, Nasarawa, for example.
Just Nasarawa. So let's say you call Showore, and of course Showore does his party has now. Who is this person? If he cannot mention his name. Okay, hello.
DSA, good evening, sir. Victor, how are you? My name is Sean. DSA, Sean.
Oh, Shehu from London.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
It's been a while. You like this political talk?
Serious conversation over there. I wish I was there.
You and Victor, it is your element.
Yes, it's a serious conversation. It's a serious conversation.
We want to hear your contribution, though.
Yes. Before that, I haven't heard from you. I sent you a message on Skype as we normally do. You haven't replied.
I didn't see it, though.
It's there. You haven't. I was going to even email you so that just to remind you to check your.
You have to resend it, please. Maybe I missed it.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do. Victor, how are you?
Very well.
How was Nigeria?
It was very good. Thanks for calling.
Oh yes. Well, yes, it's the situation is I don't know. I've said this over and over again. The situation back home is really bad, and I think that God is doing something special, something unusual right now that only a few people can only discern what's going on. Because can you imagine, we thought that only the political class were the problem of Nigeria, not knowing that even the religious people were part of the major problems in our country.
Because so Nigerians used to talk a lot about the political cabal. But we are the ones with Mayowa here who framed the religious cabal.
Yes, and thank God that you did it, because we thought I'm part of those people that were guilty. We were only tilting towards the political class, the political cabals, Of course, I had a problem with, the church. I've had a problem with the church for a long time, but it wasn't as expressed as this when you came out with that slogan. And I think it's a real slogan, because now we know the crux of the place. Like you and Victor were saying earlier on, for Bishop to be joining...
No, that is incomprehensible.
I'm telling you. No, but I'm not surprised. I said it, I've mentioned this to you over and over again. All these people are compromised. They are, all of them, they are compromised. And that's why, so I'm not surprised that I'm seeing, they are now coming out with it. I'm not surprised, because this has been the crux of the matter. When you have such people that are meant to show the right example to the world, to a society, but they are the ones even corrupting the society the more. You bring out messages of greed. People lack contentment now. We are not even looking at, people are so greedy, so self-centered. These are the messages that these guys dish out every Sunday, every Wednesday. You are taking people, the people's money, poor people's money, to build empires for yourself, sending your children to lovely schools when they are part of the people that destroyed the public schools in Nigeria. These are the people, so that they can establish hotels that they call private schools. These are the issues. So I'm not surprised that it's coming out now. Yes, I'm not surprised.
No, but why should he be? He has always been talking against the Fulanis and the Northerners and the Islamization of Nigeria. So, but now he's going to support there is another Islamic Fulani herdsman.
Yes, yes. Let me quote Seun Kuti. Showere was discussing with Seun Kuti a couple of days ago. And you know what Seun Kuti said? Seun Kuti, we don't understand what is going on. It is not the Fulani elite that they don't like. It is the Fulani that don't have money. Okay. That's why they tag those people.
Okay. But the ones like Atiku that have the cash.
They are the brides.
Yes, they will like those ones. So they preach. You see, these people, they are so divisive, DSA. That's why I keep saying to people, these people, they want to push. If a crisis kicks off in Nigeria today, these guys they have used your money to buy private jet. That's why I keep mentioning to my friend, stop encouraging these people that are causing religious crisis to break out in Nigeria. Stop encouraging these people like Suleiman, Bishop, and the rest. Because if anything happens tomorrow, these guys have private jet. Yes, do you know the money that these guys have? They can buy an island anywhere in the world and move their family there. Yeah. I don't have a private jet to shift my family out of Nigeria. I don't. So I'm going to cry out that stop all this. Stop encouraging these so-called fathers. But you know now, Atiku has come out now. Atiku has money. Atiku is no longer enemy now. Atiku is friend.
Wow.
But the poor ones are the enemies.
Wow.
Yes, so yes, you have to understand the mindset of these people so that you can able to trap them in their tracks. They are so cunning, and they feel, and they have, you know, this is what they've been doing for 40 years. DSA. They've so lied to the people. They've so brainwashed the people that we don't know. Can you imagine? DSA, they will tell you that they are carrying the gospel all over the world. The same, you know what they do? The DSA, can you beat this? And none of us were thinking straight. These guys collect money from us, buy private jets. People ran out of Nigeria for economic reasons majorly. They tag themselves with different things, but they ran out of Nigeria because they had killed the economy. They ran to the US, ran to Canada, ran to all these places for better life. Now these GOs, the money that they collected from you to buy private jet, they will now use that private jet to chase you again. Chase you come UK, chase you go America.
You must pay that money.
They will tell you that they are preaching the gospel.
You must pay that money.
Which gospel are they preaching? Have you ever seen a Caucasian in their churches? All over the world. Check anywhere you have a branch of RCCG in America, in anywhere. Can you see an Oyibo there sitting there? And they say they are preaching this gospel. Which gospel are you preaching? They stay back home and repair. You see,
God has called them to international ministries.
Victor Abi, indeed it's an international ministry that we are not seeing any fruit, any results. People go sit down, listen to these people.
They actually go for excursion.
DSA, I'm telling you, DSA.
But why is it that international ministry only has to be Western countries? What happens to you mean everybody in Afghanistan is born again?
DSA now. There's no money there. There's no freedom there.
Okay, leave Afghanistan alone. What happened to Burma? What happened to
Burma? 80.
Saudi Arabia?
80. They won't go to those places.
The only one they go to in Arab world is Dubai.
Yes, can you imagine? One of them said they are opening branch in Dubai. I just laugh. Yes, you know why this prosperity message can't work in Nigeria? Can't work. If you see, the prosperity, the gospel is in Nigeria is based on prosperity. Now, when you go to Dubai, what kind of message you want to go and preach to people?
No,
Emiratis.
They go there to collect now, not to preach.
Can you imagine what prosperity do you want to go and preach to those people? You are a joker now. These guys are just jokers. So back to politics, DSA. You see, the point is this. There's a shaking going on, and I like what is happening. Right now, the political structure in Nigeria is monetized. DSA, I want to give you one information for free. If you want to be a governor in Nigeria right now, let me tell you something. You have to have between 1.5 billion and 3 billion naira. No stories. I'm telling you for free. Go and check it. Go and find out. Yes, so it is money, DSA. It is money. There's no. You have to have it. No stories.
You are pushing my leg to give you. I will not talk about it, but I just told them.
Of your new book.
Of my new book that I'm working on.
There's something that is good though. Victor, you see what we're going to do? DSA, we have plans. We're attacking things from the grassroots now because our people need education and enlightenment. But do you know what is happening, Victor and DSA? You know what is happening right now? There is a problem. And people are selling the illusion of hope. Both the political class and the religious cabals are selling the illusion of hope to people. And people are still buying it. You know why, DSA? Because there's still a problem. There is something that is encouraging that illusion of hope, which is poverty. People are hungry. People are not educated. So if a politician comes to you and says, let me give you 5,000, let me buy your PVC. Somebody that is poor, that doesn't even know how his family is going to eat tomorrow, he will take the 5,000 DSA.
That's what they call Diboko Sebe.
Yes, now, so we need to take that problem away so that when they are selling their illusion in the future, there will be nothing to sell to people. So that's what we are doing right now. It is from the grassroots. We are going to start to educate the people, empower, provide. That's what we are doing with Sowoko as well. That is the essence of Sowoko. We are using Sowoko. That's the plan going forward. And our plan has even gone bigger now. We are looking at setting 1 million people free from poverty.
Beautiful.
1 million people. In my life, I must achieve that goal. So, but we're going to educate the people the more. We're going to show them how things are done. That if you sell your PVC for 5,000 naira, you are selling 4 years of your life. You have already sold it, and you are not going to get, because there is an illusion. A politician will come to you and he will market an illusion to you. I'll fix road for you. I'll do this. He will not do it. But he has bought your PVC for 5,000 naira. He has sold the illusion to you. He's not going to do nothing. So we all need to start to educate our people from the grassroots. People need to be enlightened. People need to be provided for, so that when these people are selling their illusion, the same thing the church is doing, selling illusion to people. Sow seed, pay tithe, God will bless you. And they are being blessed immediately as you are sowing that seed in their pockets. But your own blessing is the future that never arrives.
Yeah.
The future that never arrives, DSA. So that is the crux of the matter. So right now, DSA, the way things are structured in Nigeria, they are still going to use money to buy this election. Let's forget it.
Yeah.
Right now, the likes of the young guys that are coming out, DSA, they cannot win. We have 724 local governments in Nigeria. Do they have representation there? It costs money to put things,
they might have
all those structures in place.
They might have for 774 local government. But you know how many wards we have?
Have you had many wards?
8,000 something, about 10,000 wards.
Yes.
So for you to man 10,000
people
wards,
not
even by one person,
polling unit.
Not talking about polling unit.
Yes, so you're right now. Yes, it's a lot. So right now, all these guys, some local champions in Lagos. Some of them are local champions in Lagos. Nobody knows them. Even in Abuja, they don't know them.
No, maybe they are local champions on Facebook.
Yes, so
I'm telling you, get to place in Lagos, they've never heard their name.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
You're going to the inner cities of
you know the problem is this, DSA. These guys just wake up. For me, some of these guys that are running for presidency, they shouldn't be running for presidency.
No, they're updating their CV.
Yes, they should go and start. I would have expected that, go into the National Assembly. But DSA, ego is our problem in Africa.
Yeah.
Most of these guys is all about ego. What have they? Go and check their record. Except for Showere that has used Sahara reporters for the purpose of the society and mankind. What have the other guys done? Go and check their records, DSA. What have they done for people? that they can point to that this, so let them point to it. Some of them are they built their careers on the back of the church. Victor, go and do the investigation. What I'm telling you today. Some of them built their careers on the back of the church. The church is the piper that pays them. So we cannot. These guys they can't be president self, because number one is not, the tribalism is still there. It's not Yoruba's turn. So they can't even, if you come out, it's not Igbo, they are just wasting your time, if you understand the political system in Nigeria. But most of these guys, they should go and start and give themselves like 8 to 12 years, start planning, and let's start to work from the grassroots up. That is why, Victor, for me, I like Fayose. You know what? How Fayose broke the backs of the Godfathers? Fayose went to, everybody's running after Godfathers, Fayose went to Ekiti and started building relationship with the grassroots people. He found out what their problem was, and what was their problem? One of the problems was they didn't have water. They walk miles to get water. Fayose was dashing them tank load of water every
stomach
day.
infrastructure.
Stomach infrastructure. We need to learn from Fayose.
And that's why he lost.
I'm not saying, yes, we need to learn some strategy from him. And that's what, but these guys, they are still doing elites. They are still going to talk in universities. Let me tell you something, DSA. Victor, you know this. Who they vote for Nigeria? Now elite they vote. It's not elite now.
Massive voter party among
yes now. It's not elite that votes, but the real people that vote, you are neglecting them. You are going to talk in one classroom in university. You are campaigning to elites.
Wow! Thank you so much, Shehu. We have a whole list of people coming after you now.
Let them come after me.
Blessings.
All right, sir.
So what do you think of what Shehu was saying?
Yeah, it's just, especially his last point. Those of us who read on social media and know the name of these guys, we don't vote. We don't.
Maybe okay, look, we are in the diaspora.
Let's exactly look for a large number of people who are talking about Showore. They are diasporans who will not travel home to vote.
Because they didn't even register.
Good. Then the other people who could have voted,
who are elite,
they will not spend 1 day, 1 hour on the queue to get PVC. They will never do that. They are too big for that.
Okay.
So of course you find out that they themselves disenfranchise themselves, but they are participating in the electoral process of campaigning. So you can see a lot of crowd following you. They are never going to vote. And the real guys who are voting, messages are not getting to them. They don't even know your name. So I read something that someone was saying,
they might not even know what is Facebook.
They don't know Facebook. They don't know your name. Someone was writing on the commented. He said that he was asking, and I'm just reading what the person said, that he was asking people that do they know Showore. They were asking that where is the place?
Where is the place? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where? Hello. Hello. I heard the voice, oh.
Yeah.
Has it disappeared?
I guess.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. Who is calling from where?
This is Pastor Kenny Amos, yes, speaking.
Ah, Pastor Kenny, it's been a while, oh.
I've not been around.
These are your own folks now. You started talking politics. All the guys are coming from everywhere.
I travel now. You know, most of my guys they are in for primaries. So I have to. There's one particular one I discussed with you. A lot of them are in for primaries. So I was on ground. So
did they win?
Yes. The day they are doing the election for the primaries, they didn't allow him to come to the primary ground. They've already finished the voting.
No, then things are very. If what you are saying is true, then things are very bad, though.
DSA. I listened to you guys' conversation, and to the glory of God,
I listened to most of the presidential aspirants you brought. I followed them, all the presidential aspirants you brought to your program. While I'm at work, I'm listening to them. You see, the only one, the only few I can say that have the stuff to lead that country successfully is Kingsley. What's his name? Kingsley
Moghalu.
Moghalu. And Showore doesn't, in terms of international politics, Showore doesn't understand. Even economy doesn't understand.
Yeah.
I can say, I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to criticize him that way.
Yeah.
I listen to every one of them. It's only Kingsley that can say he has the stuff, but Kingsley doesn't have the structure.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the structure. And you see, if the election is to be conducted in Nigeria today, I'm sorry to say, the structure of Buhari on ground, even Atiku that is coming on ground, except he will buy the whole of Nigeria, particularly the northwest, the northeast.
So you believe that 14 million that APC declared, that is true?
It is true. It is their primaries in each of the states.
Yes,
it is
their
the
primary.
7,000 delegates only went to Abuja to go and rectify, to go and what's it called?
Ratify.
Confirm those figures. Can you? That is their delegates, and you see, it is on social media. People are looking at it that this guy is not popular. Go to the north. I don't know what might happen between now and February when the election will be conducted, though. But on ground today, Buhari will beat any candidates. Because you see the masses, the Talakawas. They call them Talakawas.
What?
Talakawas.
What is Talakawas?
The Talakawas.
The masses.
That's the masses. You see, there's no amount of money you give them. Those are Manjiris. There's no amount of money you give them. They believe in Buhari. They believe that he's the voice for them. I can say
no, but Atiku is going to divide the vote. He's from the north.
He can't divide the votes. He can't divide the vote. What the elite are the one, Atiku is just a money bag. They want to get his money, and that is why I'm not surprised. Somebody like Oyedepo, all those ones. Since for the past 3 years they don't have money to fuel their private jets. They are no longer increasing the fleet of their private jets. Their university, they don't have. They are not getting free money the way they get from Jonathan to do all
it's
what
true.
they are doing. So
that is true.
Another money bag is coming. You can see all of them. They are for their own personal interest, not for a collective interest of the nation.
Yes.
I can say.
Yes.
So see, I'm not for Buhari. I'm not for Atiku. I'm for anybody that will have the interest of that nation at heart.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, among the youth, those that they come up for presidential aspirant whatsoever, you know what makes me most? They cannot work with each other. You can see the so-called alliance. They say they
pact.
Look at the way, they all disperse. I can say, and I want to tell you where the strength of the Nigerian electoral power is with the youth. Because you have over 50 million youths that are eligible to vote, but they don't speak with one voice. They are not ready.
But do you think that Obasanjo will support Atiku?
He's dead on arrival. He's just looking for, because he knows, Obasanjo knows that if this guy comes second time, Obasanjo will go to jail. So he has to save his own life first. He has to save his own life. He knows what he's doing.
But he said he prefers to go to jail.
And he goes to jail. That means a prophecy is being fulfilled in his life. There has been a prophecy that towards old age he will go to jail. So it's a prophecy that's about to be fulfilled.
No, but is it not the same person who said he would never support in his own lifetime Atiku?
You all saw the video clip now. Obasanjo is not a politician to. He has his own structure. Don't let us underrate him. But Obasanjo is not after his own interest because of what all the you saw the reports of how many years Obasanjo's farm and Obasanjo's farm has been their salary has been paid by federal government. They are on federal government salary. On federal government, what's it called? Has been paying his staff salary for many years.
And Buhari stopped it.
And Buhari stopped it. And all the noise that all these guys are making is because of the oil license that the guy refused to renew for them.
Also, Intel.
Yeah. So all the noise they are making is because for their own belly, for their own interest.
I have a very, very first-hand information from the highest office in Nigeria to confirm what you just said, that they refused to renew some of the contracts that Jonathan signed for Oyedepo.
So that all of them are just fighting. They are fighting this guy because of their own interests, because of their own empire.
Nigeria PLC.
Yeah, Nigerian PLC. Thank you, Victor. And the truth of the matter is, you see, the so-called Victor was making one statement that the what's it called, the religious cabas doesn't have an influence on Nigeria election. They have in their own empire, because I keep on saying that, you see, somebody like Adeboye is an authority in that nation.
Yes.
And whatever he says, his followers follow him.
But he's not saying anything concrete now.
No, once you see Oyedepo, you are seeing representative now.
The guy is very correct. They are not fighting each other. It is where Oyedepo is going. That is where Baba is.
Baba will just not be the one to come out.
But Baba will not come out now because there's a lot of noise and a lot of scandal and there's a lot of damages the series are done to his ego. So they are taking their own.
That who has done to his ego?
The God of Mammon and the series that DSA you have done.
Series. Okay, so the series,
they are still nursing that wound. So they have to be very careful now. But you know what? Where they don't have shame, when it comes to politics like this, where money is involved, they bring their head out.
They must not be last. Worry no, they carry last.
So they bring their head out. And that is how you could say Oyedepo today, going for what kind of peace meeting? What kind of a peace meeting? What kind of peace meeting? Somebody that you have to first of all question his wealth. See, when I was in Nigeria as a young man, there's an uncle of mine who happened to be an academic, and this man was vying for a position of a rectorship for 4 different institutions in Nigeria.
Wow.
And every time he will come first, but they would take, they normally recommend the first 3 to the presidency. And Atiku was the one in charge of tertiary institution. Under Obasanjo regime, that is the one that normally, recommend to the presidency. They will forward 3 names. This my uncle, 5 different locations. He came first, Yabatek, Federal Poly, Ado Ekiti, Ede and the rest. This guy came first, but they normally recommend those that thought 6 for the position, and they give them the appointment. Not until one day, there is a woman, if I mention his name, everybody will know it. I don't want to mention his name. So not until one day, Titi Atiku's wife, Atiku's wife was working in the institution. This my uncle was. And a friend of her now said, look, Oga, it's better we take you to meet Atiku, to introduce you to Atiku. That all this one that you have been thinking that your own Laurel or your own excellency or whatever academic excellency will give you this position, it will not give you, that will take you to Titi will take you to Atiku. And you know what? He went to Abuja. I drove him to Abuja. And when he came out of that meeting with those that took him there, and then there was this Minister of Education, Bas Fafinwa, that when he came out of that meeting, I've never seen being sad like that before in the 23 years of my life I stay with this man. And for a very long time he couldn't talk. The day he voiced out and said what he came back with, he said, you know the condition they gave me if I want to be rector of social institution, that Atiku in Atiku office were telling that 20% of the institution is going to be rector on, it will be remitted to Atiku.
Wow.
And that is the truth.
20%.
20%.
Institutions that don't have money to even take care of their.
Yes, and that was how it was under Atiku. And that was one of the discovery.
20%.
Yes.
The money that is not enough.
The money that is not enough, but they have to remit it. So all the rectors then, all the provosts of college of education then, during Obasanjo regime that Atiku was presiding over those, what's it called, federal institution appointment and the rest, all the...
No, he was presiding over all of economy.
Yeah, all the VCs.
So can you imagine the kind of money that is coming from other places?
Well, they remit 20%. I'm saying this because I was privy to read them as a young man. I was his PA.
And they want this as a Atiku.
And this man, you know this man, he retired quietly. Up to today, is one of the shock of his life. Because when you look at his academic achievements, there was none in Nigeria. In fact, Obasanjo gave him, what's it called? He gave him a favor, what's it called? A national honor. Obasanjo saw his credentials. He was shocked. He called the Minister of Education. He said, you have this man in Polytechnic. What is he doing here? Nobody has ever brought him to me. So that is the kind of person we want to have as a president. So if Atiku become Nigeria president, Nigeria is for sale.
On eBay.
On eBay, on anywhere in China, they will sell the country and will just be. And now all the goats are gathering now. Our foreign reserve is a little bit
robust.
Doing well now. All the yam are gathering to, all the goats are gathering to eat yam now. Because the so-called PDP delegates and the so-called PDP bigwigs, they are all gathering now. All their eyes is on the Esquire reserve.
Yeah, because they finished the thing, they emptied the thing before they left.
Yeah.
So that is the kind
Even
of...
though Obasanjo filled the thing up. But for the 6 years they were there in the absence of Obasanjo, they emptied the thing.
No, Joe Norton now. Joe Norton finish everything.
Okay.
Jonathan.
Jonathan is Jonathan.
Joe Norton know everything, Tony.
Jonathan.
Okay.
When every of the militant guys were being given contract in billions.
No, these people shouldn't be allowed to come back again. It's true. The foreign reserves.
At least for that one. If you want change
I'm not for
Buhari, change
Buhari,
for someone
I'm
progressive.
not for Atiku,
But
let's look for a
going
credible
back.
candidates.
Not going back to
Let's
Egypt.
look for a credible, because when the day I saw Atiku in March as PDP, what's it called? Presidential, what's it called?
Flag bearer.
Oh, I think there's a problem for Nigeria. God, how do we get to this level? I'm telling you, how do we get to this level? How do we get here?
But a lot
How
of
do we get
Christians
here?
are campaigning for the guy now.
It's because of their own bellies, because of the money. Tell me one credible thing about Atiku.
Intel.
No, tell me one credible thing about Atiku.
No, I will tell you. He married Titi, who is a Yoruba, married Jennifer, who is Igbo, then married 3 or 4 ones that are from Islamic something rule.
That is what he's good at now. Is that
He's a detribalized Nigerian.
He's a detribalized Nigerian.
is that one that is going to rule election?
And he's not going to be traveling all over the world.
Because he's been banned from America.
Is that one? These guys. Okay, look at somebody. I was looking at somebody like Fani Kayode, and most of these guys have been in government before. These guys, tell me which business do they have before they come to government? They have nothing, but they are privileged to have one federal appointment or the other, maybe as minister or whatsoever, and they make a lot of money. And these guys are out of government now. Look at the kind of lavish life they are living in Abuja, with security, with big houses in Abuja and the rest. And now these guys, they are running out of money. They have no choice than to come back and come and loot again.
Okay,
They have no.
but Victor just asked me a question now.
What is the question, sir?
He might has he thinks he has a premonition of why Bishop went to, Bishop was not wearing his bishop cap. He was wearing the Tunde Bakare political Awolowo style. So the idea is that
possible?
Is it possible that he's been picked as the running mate of Atiku?
Let's watch and see now. It only takes a team to be able to trace the path of a team.
Since Buhari has a pastor.
Since Buhari has a pastor, they have to counteract Buhari with another pastor.
A senior pastor, in fact.
Let's watch and see now. At least if I pick him as a running mate and he did not win, maybe they will let loose the gate of hell. As he said, he will open the gate of hell.
See, Buhari has picked 2 pastors now.
Yes.
Tunde Bakare and then Osibajo.
Yeah, so they have to counteract.
Just maybe.
Let's watch and see now. We are all watching. There are a lot of observers.
But as
watching and we are learning.
As a pastor, what are you thinking? Don't you think it will bring credibility and balance to Atiku?
I'm laughing with you. I dey laugh with you.
You said, don't I think that will bring credibility to Atiku?
Yeah.
The one, if he's been picked, or if he's been picked, what is the credibility of Oyedepo?
He's a bishop.
A bishop for winners or for who?
He's a bishop in Nigeria. He's
a holy man. A holy man.
He's always wearing white to depict holiness.
He's always wearing white. And let's watch and see now. And see how that is going to be.
Okay, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
We'll keep our fingers crossed and we are watching.
Thank you.
And we are watching very well.
Thank you so much, Pastor Amos. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless.
God bless you.
We still have callers. Okay. Today they hot though. Where do you bring from this? Where do you bring from this, your Nigeria?
You see as it is, so. And I think even if you have political program every week, till the time there will still be a lot to say. Because Nigeria in itself, even when it was not election time, was already a book of one day, one drama. There is something to always talk about every day. Nigeria is that place where you always have someone to say something.
We don't have another caller here.
Hello, DSA. Haruna calling.
Haruna, we cannot do this thing without you because we have been talking about you from the beginning.
Yes, so I said I will call because the moment she won't call, I said to it I will call. I will talk to you.
But are you not from the same state with Atiku?
Yes, I'm from the same state with Atiku. In fact, I just want to correct something. Atiku is not a Fulani man.
Okay.
Yes, Atiku is a minority. He has his own tribe. So don't fly that kite that is a Fulani.
What tribe is that?
There is a local government in my state. They have many tribes there, so I can't really tell you the name of his tribe.
No, but in your state you have Fulanis too.
We have Fulani, but Atiku is not a Fulani. He married Fulani woman, the daughter of the Fulani Lamido we have. But he himself.
You know that he himself doesn't look like a Fulani at all.
I'm telling you authoritatively, yes, Atiku is not a Fulani man.
He doesn't look like a Fulani, even the way he looks.
He's not. And that's why people like Professor Jibril Aminu and people like the former governor, Nyako, don't like him. That was why he was able to make connection with my brother and he supported my brother in the election. My brother became governor. They don't like him for supporting a minority Christian to be a governor. That's why the Fulani don't like him. So he too has his own part of persecution from Fulani people.
Wow.
You understand? And he's not a Hausa man. He's his story. He's an orphan.
I'm so happy that you are from the same state because
yes.
The thing is that people, Southerners, the political commentators in Nigeria are mainly Southerners. And Southerners always see everybody up the Niger as either Fulani or Hausa.
No, yeah, that's not it. Yes, so that's just the true picture. But coming before politics, you can give it to Atiku. I'm not trying to tell anybody to vote for him.
Yes.
While you can give it to him, he's a dogged businessman.
Yeah, you know that is why Obasanjo picked him.
Yes, he's a businessman and he understands politics very well, more especially the Nigerian way of doing politics.
They said he built structure for PDP all over the country.
Yes, after Yaradua, it was Atiku that was the engine room for PDP.
Yes.
You know, when Yaradua Senior died, it was the engine room, but that is not really why I'm calling. You know, I don't want to speculate because politics now is about speculation. So why I call actually is the connection you are able to make for us to see that, look, oh, it's not this politician you should blame. Oh, the problem we have are our churches. That was what made me start thinking this. I was like, Sheung, I was always I thought he was the problem. But I never knew that our problem as a nation started from the church. Until I encountered you. And that's why today I'm a different person. I don't look at politics the way I used to look at it before. Because if we can sanitize the church, if we can start giving out the real message, if you can start reading all those materials you have on the internet, your books, that is the starting point for this journey.
But is it not a dangerous thing that the two cabals are coming together now? The religious cabal and the political cabal.
Yes, that's more dangerous because you have now shown us that, look, the danger really started from the church. They are the one that sold this gospel of mammon to these politicians.
Yeah.
And the politician knew once they're able to get these people through their churches, they are gone now. You know, you talk about the 48 laws of power, you know, but you know, these pastors, they will not show you 48 laws of power in their churches. They will read all Bible. And because they are holding Bible, you believe whatever they are saying. You know, apart from the Malachi you taught us, Malachi 3, how they use that scripture as a many-making scripture, well, they are not rightly dividing it. They have discovered more scripture that they are using to enslave people. That's why today, when a bishop visits a politician, people are saying, yeah, that's the way we are going to vote. Because those people are his property. They have discovered for themselves Bible scriptures, but they are using it to enslave people. Let me give you an example. Hebrew chapter 12 verse 22, he said, but ye are come unto mountain Zion, unto the city of the living God, to the heavenly Jerusalem, and to the innumerable company of angels. Now, these people have convinced Nigeria that is these churches they're building. This building, they have used their money as opium to build their own empire. They are saying that is why the angels are old. Because they will tell you, if you visit this place, that's why innumerable number of angels. So you see, but this is a wrong application of scripture. And that is how they are able to build this slave camp. Now, they can use people to trade them for election. Because anywhere they go, the people will follow them. So, while they are telling people to think about heaven, these people are building their own heaven on earth. In fact, there was a year in Winners, their team was heaven on earth. And I was with them. I never made the connection, but this man is building, they are more concerned of these earthly things that will come. This very thing that God said we should not look at is not important. That is what is a bishop going to do with a politician? Are you going to preach for people to be saved? Are you preparing people for heaven? Or you are preparing people for this earth, this earthly place that is going away? So you can see that these politicians, these pastors are the ones that are spoiling the politician now. I equally came back from Nigeria. A lady called me that is also joining this movement because I'm concerned about giving you station report that this thing is working. This girl went for a meeting with the son of Oyedepo. Isaac Oyedepo is the pastor of a church in Abuja. Now they noticed that there are many people asking for help, asking how do I pay my rent. So people are writing church that please help me with money to pay. These girls used to stay in my house while I was in Nigeria. They are twins. So they called them for a meeting. Now Isaac Oyedepo was warning them that look, church is not a charity organization. Nobody should write letter to this church again in need of help. But it is our money that they use to build those churches. It is our money.
They don't even want to share anything from the thing they collect. They want everything to go to their pocket without even sharing anything with the needy.
But when they ask them to pay tithe, they say the church is registered as an NGO, as a charity organization.
When they don't want to give to the poor, they will tell you we are not charity organization.
Yes.
When they are coming for them to pay taxes, they say, oh, we are charity organization. So they are playing two standard. They have double standard. So you can see now Oyedepo is already gone because he's reaching his 70. Now his children that he has trained, his biological children, are using the same treatment to unleash on this coming generation. I used to take these girls as my daughter because they used to sleep in my house. And she was the one telling me that I'm not going to win us all. This is what Isaac Oyedepo was telling us in a meeting. But I gave money to that church, that place he called church. I gave my money to build those churches. Even those girls were giving their tithe in that church. Now they don't have the money. They can't even afford rent. Help us, parents. He said, no, we won't give you money. That is what is happening in Nigeria. So these people are worse than politicians because the politicians are not taking from me. The politicians are taking what is our own generally. They are putting their hand into the national treasury to go and develop themselves. But you are collecting the one I've already is my own.
The one,
your own empire. So you are worse than politicians.
Yes.
That's the message we have for this our pastors. So thank you, DSA, for giving us this connection. And I have many examples to show you that this thing, these pastors, they have succeeded in destroying our nation. Because the fabric of our society now has been hijacked by this religious cabal. That is when the politicians saw that, oh, if we're able to reach out to this religious cabal, it's dusted. And that's where we are today. And these books you are writing is out there. Whether we've all gone to be with the Lord, these messages are there. One day, they will know that you've spoken. And everybody that has joined his voice to say this thing. Because the place I'm looking to, it's not the LA Abuja they want to be low. I'm looking into heaven. But before we go to heaven, we bring this justice to them. Because we keep telling the truth. And if we're writing these books, these messages in this book, they will never go away. All the books of Oyedepo I've bought before, because I now discover his lies, I've burnt them. And I encourage everybody to burn all those lies. Because lie will never last. And you have been telling us the truth. The truth is beyond you and beyond any of us on this platform. The truth has come to stay. What is happening now is the marriage between the political cabal and the religious cabal.
They've been engaged for a
is
long
going
time.
to boomerang in our face. By the time these youths start saying, okay, give us back our money, I'm seeing a future. These young girls, these boys that have been giving their money to this will say, okay, enough, game over, give us back our money. Because they have no other place to go. You've collected our money. You've collected our money and you are able to create economic recession in our land. Thank you, DSC. God bless you, and I appreciate the kind of effort you are putting in this. You may not go to Nigeria, but those books you've written, those information you've laid out there is delivering people. It has delivered me, and my life has changed. Now, I don't look at church as a place we wear suits and go on Sunday and preach. I see people in need as my church. When I went to Nigeria last time, I was not going to church, I was going to the needy on the street. I was feeding those poor children. That is church. That is the message they never taught me. Until I encountered this platform, my attitude, my understanding of church has changed. Thank you for this seed you sowed in me. May God bless this platform. It has liberated thousands of people. And every day people are calling me that we saw you with SA. Because of this, we'll stop going to those cabals. They are not churches. Because they have succeeded in calling these things, in fact, by mistake, most of us. I have to tell my wife, please stop calling this place churches. You are the church, I'm the church.
Yes.
Those are buildings, those are empires, they're wrong. But the body of Christ is inside me.
And God doesn't live in a structure built by
human hands.
Human hands.
Yes, like I was in Goshen, one of the Living Faith
headquarters in Abuja, Abiola was telling people that when a gate came to the church, and right at the gate of the church, she was released from being possessed by the devil. So they are clapping hands, giving a picture as if it's the building that celebrated this girl. That is a lie. You don't come to a church to be liberated.
Yeah.
You are liberated the moment you encounter the truth.
Yeah.
And that Jesus Christ is the truth.
Yeah.
You don't need building. If we destroy all the churches in this world, the church will continue to flourish.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't dwell in just the temples. Thank you, JC, for this talk today.
Beautiful.
It's really eye-opening.
Beautiful. Now, Victor, you go thank.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. When I said JC, it's with all the people in his
with the whole team.
With the whole team. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Haruna.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, regards to the family, and thanks for your contribution. He's been able to juxtapose how the religious prostitution and the political prostitution are going on together. And he's saying they are marrying now, so he suggests they've been engaged for a long time.
No, because you've really made me to begin to think with the possibility of Oyedepo becoming the VP.
It's just one of those possibilities.
I don't think it will stoop so low. I think it will rather put one of his
stooges.
Yes.
We'll love to see how that plays out.
But that cap it was where they made it suspicious to me.
The cap is still white, so let's still think it's part of his costume, holiness costume. So the time he begins to wear striated, another colored cap, then well, let's still believe that's part of his costume.
No,
but it's interesting
to has to announce the vice presidency by next week or this week or so.
We'll be watching the events closely, and I think these are really interesting times for Nigeria. But one of the things why I said I was so scared of Nigerian youth is I was looking at the discussion online through this week. Do you know Nigerians are saying that incompetence is worse than corruption?
Who is incompetent now?
Some of them are trying to say Buhari is incompetent, but in any case, the notion in a way, they are trying to say that we know that he's corrupt, but his own being corrupt is better than this Buhari that is incompetent.
So we welcome corruption and let corruption rule over us. Let them steal all what belongs to us.
So some people are saying, when Saraki was still in the race, he was saying grow Nigeria. So they were saying grow Nigeria. He was saying his message was grow Nigeria. So people were bringing that, okay, Society General, some other investments, Kwara State, his antecedent as Kwara State governor, and someone said, well, it doesn't matter. He can steal, but it will work.
He will work for his pocket now.
Yeah, but he can
Anybody
steal,
who is stealing,
but it's going to work.
He's working for himself, not for you.
Yeah. So the idea is now steal and grow Nigeria. The same way they did it, that they took the external reserves, they brought it down.
They emptied it.
Yeah, the excess crude account, they brought it down, and they are now saying Nigeria is the biggest economy in the world based on numbers.
And the fact that they brought us to recession, unfortunately, most people who are not deep think that it is Buhari that brought us to depression. They don't know the depression has started
2 years before. So that's one of the optics. So they consider him clueless and or incompetent. But in any case, before we even talk about his competence or incompetence, we'll leave that to his handlers, or if that comes up as a matter of conversation. But the whole idea that we can use the incompetence of Buhari or whoever to justify
corruption is mind blowing.
I couldn't believe it.
No, I if you say you read it, I will probably assume that it is true. Some people are saying that, but I still find it difficult to believe that it actually happened.
It did. People are rationalizing corruption. They are saying it can be corrupt. Is it the only one? But it will work.
Like the one I sent to you.
Yes.
That they are distributing
yes.
when they say, for what this, they are rationalizing it.
Yeah,
And
rationalize
that's
the
what the
corruption.
head, that was one of the leaders of PDP rationalized.
And that's what the youth in my generation are doing now, sir. And that's why I'm even more scared of them.
That's one area where you need to give it to Showore. Someone like that is very concrete.
Yeah.
He knows exactly.
Stern.
Yeah. He knows exactly what he wants, and but unfortunately, those new guys, they don't seem to.
And I think one of the things, sir, that people like Showore are doing, and kudos must be given to them, even though we know they won't win, is that somehow some of them are seeming to awaken the conscience
Of the country.
of the country.
Okay.
And then are pushing to some boundaries that have never been known.
Yes, yes.
For instance, in a country like Nigeria, people of his age group, Showore is about 47, so he still belongs to the old generation. But these young guys like Ahmed Buhari, like quite a lot of those young guys who are coming out, I forgot their name now. Eunice. So they are pushing boundaries. They are making us believe in possibilities that may not be now, but in the distant future. Okay. So because of them now, there's a youth who has started preparing for the next 4 years. Who knows that, okay, these people they are pathfinders. They've broken the edge for us to come in. So kudos must be given to them. And in fact, they are now bringing conversations of, we've left not too young to run, but how about not too broke to run?
Okay.
So those conversations are coming to the table now. So what are the ideologies? Can you debate? Those things are what these new guys are bringing in, and I think they must be thanked and eulogized for that. So big kudos to them from my own end. That's how I see it. I think they are breaking edges for us.
Beautiful, beautiful. Our time is over already, and maybe please, everybody that has been watching this thing with us, go and share the message. Share. It's been a very, very engaging conversation. And you have all the books that we've written about Nigeria. You can get them on Amazon, or you could actually go and just write to my office, dssbooks@gmail.com. dssbooks@gmail.com. That's if you want to buy in bulk, and especially if you think it's too expensive on Amazon. So, and also, for those of you who want to be receiving my messages on a daily basis, you will see our telephone number on the screen. It is +38 098 596 3838 +380 98 596 3838. So if you write to that number, if you send us your number, we'll be sending you our messages on daily basis. And for those of you who still want to make it to come to Ukraine in November for the HMT, well, we'll be happy to see you in Ukraine in November, the first week of November. Just write to hmt@godembassy.org. hmt@godembassy.org. Well, from me, thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Of course, this was not where we initially planned to take the discussion to, but I think it's been a very exciting time, and I think it's well timed to catch up with the developments in the country, to hear your voice and what you think about it. Of course, these are times where you have to support your candidate, but I will implore you to please do that with utmost civility and the respect for the human life, and to understand that the next person has a right to support whoever they are going to. So for those who are in my generation, I'm appealing to you, please let us be a generation that deals with ideas and not just sentiment. People who can talk about the realities of what's on ground and have the freedom to choose from whoever, from the pool of people, whoever you wish to support. And together we are going to build the Nigeria of our dreams. But don't forget, that task is never going to be done by the same people who have created a problem. So the task of rebuilding Nigeria is in the hands of you and I. And we can take that system by system, program by program, localities by localities, and we can change Nigeria, and we will change Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. And probably maybe before then, we could fix some other things in the program. But it's been a great time.
Thursday?
We'll sort that out, yeah. So, but it's been a great time today, and I look forward to talking to you again. Please have a great time, and from here we say shalom.
Peace.